Moving on to those against this motion, the second speaker tonight is Garth Crooks. Garth is, of course, a former Tottenham forward who won 2 FA Cups and a UEFA Cup at White Hart Lane. He is a well-known BBC pundit on Final Score and Match of the Day, and he was, in his time, chairman of the Professional Footballers Association from 1988 to 1990. Garth.
Now, how could anyone really support a motion that by implication suggests the game is ugly? Of course, I readily accept that, like anything of beauty, there are days when the game doesn't look as good as it should. I suppose Claudia Schiffer or Kate Moss don't look great first thing on a Monday morning. But ugly? I don't think so. As for Naomi Campbell, well, she can put her slippers under my bed anytime she likes. In a matter of weeks, we're going to be embroiled in the greatest sporting occasion on the planet. It's the World Cup, a tournament that sadly I never played in, but every 4 years I feel as though I have. And like some of you here tonight, you'll have kicked every ball and won every header. At the end of the tournament, you'll feel completely exhausted and sad that it's all over. You see, no matter how much you get of the game, it leaves you wanting more. And beautiful things do that to us. Mediocrity often can't cope with real beauty. In fact, mediocrity is often intimidated by it. And so may, on occasions, nervously laugh at it. Of course, you will hear stories tonight about primadonnas, greed, badly behaved fans, vastly overplayed players, no doubt, lurid stories about brothels, nightclubs and casinos. And I don't deny it. There are those individuals who on occasions bring the game into disrepute. But before you go down that route, can I ask you not to confuse the performer with the performance? My opponents will tell you that the two are inextricably linked, and to some extent they are. But the motion forces me to focus on the game. And there may well be aspects of the performer that irritate you. Ronaldo, a little too exuberant for your taste? A little mercenary, perhaps? Maradona, maverick, uncompromising, even a cheat in some eyes? Adjectives associated with the performer that makes him look unattractive, but not the game. Can anyone honestly argue that Ronaldo doesn't grace the stage every time he appears on it? How our eyes are drawn and then transfixed on someone like Maradona, Cantona, Best, as we wait for them to weave their brand of beauty into the game's tapestry. Of course, the performer is mischievous, but the performance is often sublime. You can't have one without the other. It's like tonic without the gin. Who wants that? The performance demands that element of unpredictability. It demanded that Gascoigne. It demanded that of Nureyev. It demanded it of McEnroe. But with one condition, and that is this: that the element of unpredictability is commensurate with their genius. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we love them and hate them in the same measure. And precisely why they fill our auditoriums. And for every George Best, there's a Bobby Charlton, a Ryan Giggs, a David Beckham, a Gary Lineker. Soccer icons in their own right who did in their own way what they did. But when you mix that super cocktail, that super mix, that special team of ambassadors and maverick, the beautiful game starts to emerge. And we all have our special moments, don't we? Mine, 1970, Mexico. Pele versus Banks. I can hear David Coleman now saying, "Banks, what a save!" As the England keeper comes out on top to save a certain goal that has now become immortalised, etched in our minds. Brazil go on to win the tournament and capture the world when they demolish Italy 4-1, with what can only be described as the most beautiful of occasions. Or how Italy took their revenge in 1982, having scraped through the early rounds before beating Brazil 3-2 in the World Cup quarter-final, in a classic encounter, a Paolo Rossi hat-trick, in what Bobby Charlton described when he turned to me in the stands, tears rolling down his face, as the best game of football he'd ever seen. No, my friends, anyone who describes the beautiful game as having a laugh has never seen Barcelona or Lionel Messi, never seen Ferenc Puskas or Albert Di Stefano, Bobby Moore or Franz Beckenbauer, Tom Finney or Sir Stanley Matthews, Fernando Torres or Cesc Fabregas. But I suspect that you have, and that's why I expect you to vote against this motion.